Hello everybody, welcome back to the Quick Take and welcome back to the channel. Yes, we have some big news regarding multiple players around Chelsea Football Club, including Joao Felix, potentially, or not even potentially, he is on his way to AC Milan. We also have some updates regarding signings for the midfield and potential signings on their way. Getting into all that in just 1 second. It's been a second. Getting Joao Felix news to AC Milan. AC Milan reach agreement on loan of Joao Felix. Full wages covered and package worth 5.5 million euros going to Chelsea. The reason this move has come down is because apparently Chelsea want to give him more minutes over in Italy, where of course he will receive that at AC Milan, having been underutilized by Enzo Maresca at Chelsea Football Club. Do I think this is a good move? Absolutely not. I think Joao Felix should have stayed at Chelsea, and I think Chelsea's new signing and extremely promising centre-back Aaron Ansamino should be in fact going on loan, and had a loan move to Marseille lined up, but that fell through because of this deal. Now, in terms of developing players, especially giving them time, I think Aaron Ansamino in fact takes priority over Joao Felix. I think Joao Felix was again underutilized, and I think he was struggling to find his footing again after coming into Chelsea under this Enzo Maresca coaching. Of course, he wasn't performing to the levels of the likes of Cole Palmer, although I would like to have seen Cole Palmer and Joao Felix as a partnership, but I guess we'll never see that, or at least for the rest of this season. And I think losing him during, again, a season when we need attacking reinforcements, or at least attacking prowess in order to reach the top four, along with defensive stability, I think this is actually a counter-interactive move. Is that the right word? Counterintuitive, one of them. But I just don't agree with this deal. I think this is a ridiculous waste of time, and I think if this is what we've been cooking up this entire January window, and if this is the combination of the Winstanley Stewart transfer window plan, then I think that is quite embarrassing on their part. Joao Felix again going to AC Milan on loan, that coming in from David Ornstein. Then we had this coming in from Matt Law. Chelsea have made a signing, and it is a midfielder. Breaking: Chelsea agreed deal to sign Mathis Amougou. From I think St Etienne's. Again, I have no idea. Saint Etienne. So 19 years of age, a very young player again, along with the likes of Andre Santos in terms of their development. Although Andre Santos, as we can see from this graph here, is doing far better than our newest signing. Apparently it costs just over £10 million. And I've compared him to the competition at Chelsea, including the likes of Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and of course Andre Santos, who's going to be a great player for Chelsea, hopefully one day. Has been having a fantastic season at Strasbourg on loan. As you see, Amougou in blue, Enzo Fernandez in pink, Caicedo in green, and Andre Santos in yellow. And I think it's clear to see that Amougou is far behind all of them, including Andre Santos, which I thought was a little bit surprising. But yep, even though they're both around the same age and they're both playing in the same league, it does look like Andre Santos is in fact performing at a much higher level. But hey ho, this is the guy that we want to bring in. In terms of how I think he'll help the team, as we can see from the graph here, the biggest areas where he's succeeding is duels and defensive action. So he's definitely much more of a defensive-minded player. Key passes per 90.2 percentile. That is not good, putting it lightly. Forward pass is really bad. Progressive pass is really bad. Just carrying again, like as I said, Santos is ahead of him, Enzo is ahead of him, Caicedo's ahead of him. So in terms of, do I think this guy's going to be a well beater? Do I think he's going to be like our Rodri? No, I in fact do not think he's going to be that at all. I think he's going to have a lot to prove when he comes to Chelsea, and I think he's going to be surrounded by players who are much better than him. But maybe that'll help him develop a little bit, because you don't want to be the player who's maybe not ready, then put into a defense or an attack or a midfield, surrounded by players who also aren't ready. We've seen what happens when you do that with Chelsea these past few seasons, with the amount of underutilized and underperforming players who are coming in being inexperienced. So we've seen the impact again that has when you put a lot of inexperienced players all together. Him being surrounded by players who are slightly more, I'm not saying these guys have years and years and years and years and years, if not a decade of experience at the highest level, but I'm saying these players have not just come fresh out the academy. Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, they've been kicking the football for a while now, and hopefully they can help Amougou settle into the team. Carrying on, with another update. Again, a little bit from a bit of Spurs news here. Mathis Tel is joining Spurs on loan. What a waste of time that was making that video. Alejandro Garnacho is is expected to stay at Manchester United. What another waste of time that was making that video, but hey ho, Chelsea looking for attacking reinforcements. Will they sign them? No. So of course Mathis tells going to Spurs and Garnacho staying, and well, we're not going to sign Gitanzawi. That would cost money, and you know, he's actually a good player. We don't do that at Chelsea. We are looking at other players though. Apparently we are apparently we're in the market for another midfielder, this time coming in from Las Palmas. This reported a few days ago on December 22nd. Chelsea want to sign Dario Essugo on loan at Las Palmas from Sporting. The plan is to loan him to Strasbourg next season and bring Andre Santos back the other way. I'm actually a big fan of this move. I saw a few people talking about this. I think even Alex Goldberg said, I swear our sporting directors didn't even know that Dario Essugo can't play for another club this season. Of course, he started the season at Sporting and is now on loan at Las Palmas. I was slightly unaware of this rule, so I looked into it, and I did see that although a player can play for 3 clubs in one season, they can only play for 2 of those clubs in official matches. So I think in friendlies they can still play for them. Obviously that's not going to be much help for Chelsea if he can only play for friendlies when we're trying to, you know, we're in a very important top 4 race, which again, we're playing West Ham tonight. If we lose against West Ham, I think that is going to be very telling as to how Chelsea do in the final race for top 4 Champions League football. If we lose to West Ham, it's ropey. I predicted a 3-0 loss, and I'm going to stand by that. I reckon Chelsea are going to lose 3-0 to West Ham, maybe 3-2. It might be a bit closer than I think, but I still think Chelsea are going to lose to West Ham. You may call me negative, you may think I'm an idiot, but that's just how I feel. I think we're going to lose. Then we had a further update regarding Dario Essugo today from Record Portugal. Chelsea are set to sign Dario Essugo for more than 20 million euros, which is about 17 million pounds. Not too bad for the player he is. I think people are describing him, and from what I've seen of him, very limited footage, but from what I've seen of him, he does look very similar to the likes of Moises Caicedo in terms of his overall ball winning ability and ball carrying ability, the way he's able to glide off of players and move the ball up the field, much like Caicedo a la Brighton and a la Chelsea. So exciting stuff for the midfield. Looks like we're making some midfield reinforcements, of course, with the likes of Romeo Lavia out injured and Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. One of them goes out injured, then we are screwed. And we have, of course, lost Renato Vega on loan to Juventus, where I'm pretty sure he had a very successful debut playing at centre-back for, I think they're called the Zebras. Is that one of their nicknames? Anyway, Chelsea have lost Joao Felix on loan to AC Milan. They've brought in a midfielder named Mathis Amougou from Saint Etienne, and we are also in the market for Dario Essugo of Sporting on loan at Las Palmas for 20 million euros. We have not made any signings in terms of attackers. We are not looking at, well, we are looking at Gyökeres, but we will not be signing Gyökeres. We will not be signing Sesko. We will not be signing Delap. Evan Ferguson has in fact gone to West Ham, and we're not going to bring in a winger, even though it was heavily reported that we were going to be bringing in a winger. We're not bringing in Tel. We're not bringing in Gittins. We're not bringing in Garnacho. I'm not annoyed about that one, by the way, but we're not bringing in Garnacho. I'm just saying, we said we were going to do stuff and we've not done it. In fact, we've lost players and we've loaned them out when really we should be loaning out Aaron El Semino instead of Joao Felix. Just my 2 cents. So that's it basically for deadline day. Chelsea have brought in a young, inexperienced midfielder. We've loaned out one of our good players. I'm not saying he was the best player on the team, but I think he was a decent player when we really should be loaning out Aaron El Semino. And it looks like Chelsea's season is going to go from starting off well to looks like it's slipping down a hill to now free falling. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. I've been The Quick Take, and I'll catch you all on the next one. See you later.